Premo atu yema munyina hama makwa abadiba UTV so ebraso so maimuni amane ne nsema yensa ka yaboabo no yade beso mo se awia bremu akankasebo efiye studios a eno shefa osabeka junction and try na kasebo no enyimeku aso yase no ye this way chocolate drink arunde papa bi de wuhia ene isuhie best point savings and loans e ka ho bi best assurance special ice mineral water and the drinks ahodo ni nyina e wodwuma mo ene ebo michidom ensam no de di mo akotene no ebi ene se Ghana Gas in 24 akasa edi atudwa sese di omaya ade sika be 3 million busumi biemu edi ama omai no eno eche no empenifo ewo mfimfiri mat won hwe DVLA so no akasa di atudwa so mde mapa egu akwan so ebeboa ama wo hawo no ebe omo office no ano abrase na eye breku hene akasa kyerese kebe ya yamo aba no nti aba no wachi nanto so square ye kwa wode aba no entimi pim so enko animu ye be ko Russia memu ehon so mu ayi osahin fofra oba bedu omanim no omne Ukraine fo ntokwa no emu ayrepa ensam no ebika ho ena dohwe ba kontem ekua ajiwa kwade ye bede beso mu afensam no enchiremu eni Ghana Gas in 24 akasa edi atudwa se free ebra amoma Ghana engineers babeye adwuma ho no no aboa amomasie sika pa busumi bia no anya hwekra no amo etimisie America dollar no pepem beye miensa eye 3 million na we no eye kwampo mafaso a amodi abibifo no ehye adwumanim eyi China fo no afiri ho penyina wono eda Ghana Gas Limited ano Dr. Ben Asante na dey same way eto central fo anim.
By the end of April 2015, the plant was fully commissioned and the pipelines attendant to the plant also were. All this time, the plant was being operated by Chinese. We love the Chinese, but we didn't want to stay with them for too long. Now, indigenous Ghanaian engineers and technicians took over the operation of this plant. Now, I say this not in jest, but not seriousness. I've actually worked in this industry for 31 years, and with Canada and the US and a host of other countries. This is the first time that I've seen a turnaround. In other words, having foreign operators cede operatorship to indigenous engineers and technicians in the shortest time, 3 years. And this was March of 2017. But all those who were operating our plants and pipelines, those in the control rooms, operating floors, our storage facility areas, all Ghanaians. In comparison, or to put it in context, it took our friends in Trinidad and Tobago 40 years to fully cede or assume operatorship of their infrastructure in Trinidad, Point Lisas. Nigeria, our neighbors, took them 50 years. It took our Ghanaian young engineers, men and women, technicians, 3 years. I think they deserve another clap. 3 years. Now, whilst we are at it, we're saving $3 million a month. Because that's about how much we're paying the Chinese to operate it for us. Now, it was difficult, and I tell you, we love the Chinese, but even the operating manuals were in Chinese, so all you have to do is just sit and just look at them. It was a very difficult experience. Nevertheless, we learned something enough and we trained ourselves enough to be able to take over.
Omapena na do danko akufuado aboni tirimu poso besi asori dan dia ma yehu Nyankopon na sa ensem no okan no nam so amankrofo bi adidi agro aya na ye gro mampanyini ho na chese ase dia ye firi bi aye die se ye die hia asa na ye die fata ho sensem bebre enam so amakane sofo a wono na Assemblies of God asafo no na oda no Reverend Professor Paul Fimpo Manson e dia to Ghana fo anim se asori dan no mampanyi akufuado si oba besi ye hwe ne yafa anya agro na brewe mu no ye hia eche bibia.
There was 70% Christians. Who prescribes me pen fan spim, me pe enum aburgers, me pe Wesleyers, me pe St. Louis, me pe St. Monica's, me pe Osetutu, me pe wine, and ye Christians in the eye, and ye training on my so my mobile do sabri. Elementary schools in hospital crowd yanka. Yanka say you ye me ready. The same yes, your man panini that I see be danasia. Mama yani ka yenyi politics assemblum free. Two mobi yanyi ntum say any ada cathedral no. We are men of integrity. Obi any who why la dwe so pe oman mu ka pra edi kwa e wo kwamboni bi so. That is out. Say and share. There will be a time we will not get credible people in this nation to serve in any institution. The first I assume anybody can say anything against us. Abasa sa omanu ntumi mwana ni aye ya. Me the minister and say wa wo chiminne Kristo ni bia wo Ghana yenya 1 million Christians, 1 million out of the population. No bia 100 cities bosomia. Within 2 years this cathedral will be built. And yeah, big deal. But I go say yensi ana yensi ni de. It is nowhere there a lame. Argument the say cathedral be boy na say mo ni de. It is lame. It is good. Yet your maimu, Yeriska Horebo Alaba. And will be uncomfortable. Yet your maimu, Yeriska, and your Mahurobe. And let us support the cathedral. Made a minimum say. Bible say whatever you do, whether you eat or drink, you do all to the glory of God. Nanya President the Kufuado Japadie, or free suna, a beho, Obine see Jubilee House, and the see ho, Obine air coso modam, and the see ho. Obiya Pokuasi interchange, a bell hoda, Obiya Dubai, a bell hoda. So this is for Ghanaians. So let us not charge it as if it is for Kufuado or MPP or this or that near the political color. Yeah, politics here. The cathedral will be built to the glory of God, and it will prove to the world that Adienya Miaka so baby ana ebeye.
Oh ye bribe biana ede yes rese ye nyina Ghana fo ne yemwa ma oman no enye yi bibi kakra bia betumi aye no yemfa nya adwuma ena fe oman na de ba ko ananka ye de hwahwa ye hu ene yamamre ya nyansa ne nimdie ene obuo wom ene yehu zankrofo bebre atuagu wo hwe atemdidi ankrofo di ene kasa kanenke ye kan ne efra ho ntoma ewo badwam samre nkrofo se ni nyina na ni nyina nso boa emoman yeyi nti esre enem emma ayaba ene politicians ene woni edi politicians achi asofo ne woni awudi wachi atitiri awu omemu nyina ne se obia nye na fam diem no kuremu a efi na kumam na otwedi ampo nhira emra yeso
Kokrama eto ema wodie mu no eyade bi ha adwene papa na se hu ne ntemo a yetimi so ano ege oba akro no nkwa we enti na Madina Polyclinic companifo ede bosome esi wono mu a omobo dero a kire Ghana fo se yade no wono mu enu nti yenhwe ne etu hu anamon ebrekro na mu so matsra aba no se obi enya sa kokrama eto a wodie mu na so kwa yaresa bia kohwe no wane bo no woden enti aban aya wonsum kakra.
And we launch cervical cancer awareness month. I January bosomeno intino ye pese bodaro etre amansan na tutu Ghana ma se bibi de cervical cancer ewo ho no ekuma bebre ehwe ema omokwa awo so omomba biom ne ema afibia no omonya cervical cancer efa mu hwere omonkwa no edoso ye pa essence ema bebre no ennim bebi a cancer no to nti no so mbetu ho anamo ontem no ya na ho ayedin nti ehu behia se ebekoso abodawuro ne na ya masa ama ya hu se wo ho na omatimi atu ho anamo nti na obepie mu wo Madina Polyclinic kekela eni tutu ena ene no yedi Into a foot yet the man kofo be brain say yare de real ewo obi o who say the yare no na de ban ACT no or fano agro. But Numudu Duana no a virus be a be friend HPV bro for a kind of human papilloma virus. But when you're into contact with virus we true and pound kita with the into way or bana sebio siso na we starting pound kita with the in terms is a Ghana no we who 9 years now I started 18 pound kita 10 years now I started 18 pound kita with the into a bus and the like we so be changing mema do no high by so be do 18-20 years and no a changing memory be internal akwenya so bit my into contact with virus when high and a man and cast on so more multiple sexual partner will be a honma of you kwaku no kwakwajo of you kwajo no akwabna ho wo chinchin san akwenya say ubit media fa virus when high obi so honma enye ne for onu kofi tena ya amfa onu kwajo so tena ya amfa kwesi na fama na ebasa ni nyina multiple sexual partners ebasa o risks na high say ubetimi a develop cervical cancer intina de say dia me so me de be ma ban say screening ne boarding enyo ba bia na ebetimi anya sika ahwe na wode ano because esabio obi kra de obedi kra no den na waka say on fa sika embehwe na wode ano inti say ban ne other stakeholders ne be together na nka omma screening and what under the National Health Insurance said be ya oba bia o Ghana bia no rural hospital bia no person checking na wode na no a obetima check na establishing more training centers. They said the Bato Hospital Dr. Ife no establishing more training centers across Ghana. Said the beya your nurses and your midwives and your doctors no or more school no monsan just entity and choir ye faso a check ya wo there no e basana ye nyina e beboa ma World Health Organization by 2050 ye pese two cervical cancer asene ye betimi ayes adono Ghana any vaccination policy as you see an World Health Organization say at least a man and now by the age of 15 years, I was say vaccination almost said a baby protect almost from HPV one. To say any policy into no or baby or honey squad be vaccinating a cry into me say buying to say and the Ghana Health Service or collaborating and say the policy be bar now intimate vaccinity is school crano any or more moon nibi said a bear yam so ano. Before some being no one we are a bomb mobile, sa 2050 go now, WHO per se we are seeing in a achieving a bit achieve.
Yeto aba ema obi se wonko mrahye bedwa fiem kosi anemu hyembra na face won hwe na mpuntuomra eno enti ena shama bato pesua ne wo atoye mandemo no omo mrahye bedwani ekọ mrahye bedwa mu mpanifo bi kire mu se won kasa ena won lobe ema mpuntuoni manti ha adwene pa enti ebre odi aprobo hye so ewo ne pesua ne so a okoduru eye yabiu no ene ho no mo hene na awie no tosomienu asere ne se won hwe no wanya no mum on kasa na omunya mpuntu efi so matia ka echidudu ne yade bi a enkoyi
MPs wotum won lobby em at least nkaka wenya na nyanya MP olieden MP olieden manka asama oyo olieden na ayekofo MP fo wo bombodina de wo bombodin kakra some few pa na nchugudu weye na hiandezi na iye wanso da womwa yana asitrim yana abrabom na so baba nde efi hu hwe a esema na nukwali hu hwe ihu bibiala hwe nkwado na obande mo yeyo anyina ye Ghana fo ni binum ihu nde wo ya kwana anya imbisa ade kasi biala bibia oye the basic needs of people oye yan hospital ana yan akwan hospital by 2 years ni ana president nala obey na obakati so odema yende all bana wa baye dem district hospital na nkweni ehwe plan na oyesi
body can honorable MP why you juma pa nke do nye juma and now lobby for project no nya no correct sisi abikese shama we nya 49 kilometers of roads like consider contractors for banode Into any wage, Shama and Kassan, now I bear 20 kilometers. Then the 29 more call, any day from the call. In Power District. Into any other wage with it. And I'm a young when the contractors in Ibino. I want a one boy. Sebesha last year, the car contractors once him. About House of Chiefs and the car contractors once him. In a proposal, and then we call them by any day. Shama Funala won't pay contractor. One per contractor always got a banker, you didn't manner, all can chair and there. Why you man need can sing a Corintino, Nisica Center, buying chair certificate on chair, and pay them contracted. If a contractor or 5 kilometers from Shama to Shama, now that could do what I. Inti, Yakacho, Nana, 100 new contractor, or the miscano banker. It is Shama Janshi, Jumano, to Shama the banker.
Reverend Lawrence Adomono na konfirmfiri mantima DVLA ko no watano na woni UTV edi enkomo akire musesesi no omudi ne mapa agu akwan so a ebo ahwe amomadwuma no akoso wano enkanka ne wono ba beji tumi krata na omudi omo hyen akọ enkrata o ma license no ewo afiwese mu ebrikro na musugoro boys ahodo no aye no mate atese no omudi abefo tintenfidi edi dwumenti ano abrasepa.
As the year goes by, Yana challenges are you face here. The mad rushing. And you realize it's a Yana, if you be debate about 4 hours, 5 hours, or 1. But you the car number registration. First of all, now some customs. And the customs will have to clear the vehicle. Make sure that can almost the required duty. No, in our 130 vehicles, we were able to sell 115, 115. Others, we're having some minimum challenges has to do it or more ID card, and but the following day, pressure also. Assign a team about 4. The area this year, no pressure no cheddar, and yet too much as compared to about 3 to 4 years ago. And pre-COVID impacted affected businesses and also. Ama car, reverse car to ride a perform kakra. You go out. Compliance in the for educating public and say they should deal with people who are in branded t-shirts and customers are branded t-shirt, more water. And but guru guys are saying no can if I say no insurance companies are they move around to canvas for customers. So, oh, master, Uber register car. To register, everyone behind you met any nasty for. Until at the end of the day, almost so many sometimes the customers a day or more a day. I do a document alone, say, or when you're more no more so. I insurance a day amount.
Dormitory farm pabeye aduonu enimu 25 and 924 adan wodi e Ghana Armed Forces baby omo fan krofo etete omo mbehwe atuo to atuo e my Ghana mbase no na ebrajumedie no ekoso no na panyini a oye Major General Thomas Opompepra ekasa edi to dwachem sese fo obi se ombra magentete ya etwa fataso nya baby pada ma na somdwu no no asuade no wetimi asuane yi.
I must emphasize that the successful completion of this facility satisfies Army headquarters and indeed the military high command's firm desire to ensure that troops are properly accommodated. Indeed, the provision of accommodation is also significant in the expansion drive of the Ghana Army and the Ghana Armed Forces in general. During one of my visits to this garrison last year, the commanding officer and instructors made a passionate appeal for expansion of accommodation for students of this school. Considering this as a critical need for the strategic growth of this school, Army Headquarters initiated the construction of this 250-bed facility to provide a befitting accommodation for students. However, during my last visit to this garrison on 28 June this year, and specifically when I joined the Chief of the Defense Staff to commission a 200-bed young soldiers accommodation for 154 Armored Regiment and Armored Training School, I indicated my resolve to revamp efforts towards its completion. I'm therefore gratified and thankful to the Almighty God that in spite of the initial challenges, the project has been completed and is ready for commissioning.
The issue of training of officers particularly became a major concern. We realized then that though a curriculum could easily be developed to train the officers, the critical logistic challenge of befitting accommodation for the officer participants was non-existent. We therefore set forth anxiously in search of ways to initiate something modest that could help address that problem. As such, when we had opportunity to renovate one of the dilapidated officers' mess bungalows, the zeal to turn that into a complex which will solve the officer-student accommodation challenge, earlier alluded, became apparent. I am proud to inform you that with your support, that of the Office of the CDS and the Friends of ATS, we would also be commissioning that modest innovation, which is a complex of 8 single-room self-contained facility attached to the renovated 3-bedroom bungalow. I should say that this will help tremendously to run our flagship program, which is the officer training, the Armor Young Officers Career Course, AYOC for short.
Baby, a wardrobe, a wire command, one was so a neat, no crat, no musia, dear, Comutrimu pa. Nothing so a bois and momufa near my community, a free at Naya environment nim. Say a bin one of my and crana this yana and Yamudi, and no bin a costo, a croupon, Presby basic school, and no a boya mantimo. And I'm so a mamma, school, so mark a soa, a sea do, a diato, a buy any obibia nim say, Yamrama your mum one and Kodana Dachino, and your crabeshe.
Ma kesewa asiedu no ye headmistress a order Ekropon Presbyterian Basic School ano na UTV nsentwerofo twube ne netwetwe nkomo wo bere na woye my first day at school cheseda edikanga mofrei abue school a ebinum rekọ nganim no na afoforo fonso abeka ho ye netwetwe nkomo na auditu gwase school ni ye school a ache a ehia nsiesie na afi ne montenso anaso odan ho nyina no wonfa ofesu bia ntwa ho nhyiae nti emmoya ne dede bia no na ewura school num eyi na ode atugase sene school na chen wo hia se anka wobeka odan no ho na fe nka nchen egu odan no so ongetumi ahwa ma won esanse so osuta na odan no nwini na ode sa asem itu gwa wo bra na emia ku a ewo Ekropon akuapem dinga woje so ye emia wonsom koche emofrei twrodua woma wo betwro mu ena fe etia pepa asanten se meka etia pepa ene asanten a na eye ruler ena fe eraser neni
Romumuso ewo esutifi anafomensi nim ewo ahafomantem nim ewo hene ediato assembly no animu se ekoyo mofa so gigi sika no enkoye kura wose wona yeto omugu edwom ne meme ya hodo so nko gigi sika no omo akwadworo omba betina office na so mbom fa ko mbom ho saa na ade asa amoma tomba agekonti ama assembly no enya sika enya adwumenti assembly ni pe kwampo befa so a obemo mabɔhye agigi sika no omudi ayempuntu dwuma sane yesede fata
Abusua panyin na Kwame Kuma ejina nana mu ekasaye. Ne kasa emro na wo tiri mu a wo ba bepie mu ewo Sutifi South mansin ne mu ampuntuo abo mo sesabi se na dwonso abo akokɔ. Ni nyina no so bo bi so obabi a eni mpenifo mo da mansin na no omogege to ede ma mansin no mo ena obetenetene ne nsa ede ahwe won so esan se e kamia ko so mada adwuma mpenifo da so mo sananya ade omo ye eni nti wo gina so na wo de atomansin krati panyina nim se mpenifo hwe na wogege to ede ma mansin no won ka jangu omo to ne san so dia wonje omu di bre emfa mfiri omu nsam na nipa omu betumi aye no yemfa mo mo.
This assembly no eye akwadworo. Wo ma kwadworo mo ye ne say ye hu ye dada nyina ye wo bi a otete tekiti anopa emma wo mu a ye nuane no mu nyina kokofuo wanwan yo wo fa ye kura ya wanya kura nipa be duasa na aduru a nse service obi atua 2 kura no nka afi no yansa nko yi comfort musika na de akotua we kanika nti saa de no aya de a MPP ankasa no eku wo mu wo pa fi say obi odi MPP enu bia na be office sika say the free office aden so se anyeji abonten no ama eye dan na akoduru office enti wo mu nya ya kwadwudwuma no mo ye ho modern na eto ba bia fata say ezu o mu gie no yenye eno na yebetim de akyekyere yenkura ase ya ne yenkuro aden tin ye ni di on susu ogege adwade abra kakra zo mu di enti malaoma the American man to this year oma wo ma ejeje ye wosa administration no wo ma dwene ma ho na wo mu ntimenyeje ntokura to ne enu ma nyina afi se enne ye nhunu se lampo no kura se e wo ho se ni ho azozo krachi ni ya bosumi adwuma no ye beba ye se yatetene no ma bi adenti ne yam timamu fo na yesoso ye nwuma ni yeso ye ntimi ye nyi sa taxes no bi emfiri ho dane yesu fraba enti wo munya isa akwadwosem no wo munya adwumaden na dane da ya bo aban ni din
afrase nim ena video bi ebeto montene so na maba wa beye nwotwe omo ewomu na wo hwe video no ensem ana enkura no kano a na emu odu kakra ni nyinada ekọ editia Ghana mampanyin na adodanko akufu ado na nhwemu ebaye a na omo kyerem se enkura no ko school Ochiana Senior High School a eno kasena nkana West Mesinim ewo tifi apoye mantem nimu na eno na Ghana Education Service benifo de metudwa se enkoda no ani atena omani ton omakasa ade etia omampanyini eno ntino yeyi omodi every school mu wono mu a akwakoye nsense mebre ye kwa omane so ne ne kasamafo abede akire waso ye hwe humasua so owura yawo opoku mensa edisa ensemi hu komo bisa ne se ano enye dia na eja mensa ma hai
mejusu obru
mu investigation na mo ye no mo dia ba betudwa se nkura no ebonu beka se mo dismiss wo mo mayi wo modi e de free school mu wono mu na edi ka mo suspend wo mo suspend wo mo how many months
yo mamencha wona wati ya hwefo nyina na me mo official pa ma wan so official pa the suspension na edi kan tie no na ye de yen hwehwe mu ahwese suban na mo fa ne dead ni ebia na bibi na show mo so na se entesambu ana se di na bebo mo tiri mama mo tusa na mana na obi na shechiri so mo tusa na mo no enti the committee a adwuma na ye school na ankasa a committee ana etusa ana mone ehwehwe eye sanhwehwe mu no the akoda di ne se mofana na etu omo anamo mofana accept doni be friend the guilt the omo na etusa ana mone it based on the recommendation a free school no by ne se yes omo ntimi ne omo enyi dwuma biem ana so omo ntimi mo ntena school mo ho ni nti omo ntimi mo ntena school mo ne se esune ban no omo ahwene e betimi atre ede akọ afoforo no so na akọ ankotwa yi ama wo nti omo recommendation e ko school no governance board hono ama governance board so FWA recommendation of dismissal from the school no and management of a self-run called district called region see eba headquarters ama management so tna so ema ni ko do GS council ehwe asem ni nyina say the punishment aye kan wasem no emeritiana penyifo nyina adwene ko benkromu se ade a sefata na asotwe edane kwan mu sanye be ya afoforo no mo so enya sa akomane ne adwene ne mposo mo betu sa na mo bi na yetimi a maintain discipline ewo in schools ni entubu sa ne sana asechire ene anamo etu no sana ni nyina tie
ano nye den manko den
ka yen kokrampo no nanka asem no krampo ankoba ama ya anko tu sa anamo no no kwani nyame no
Send the nya baby obey ne den.
Enya baby na ubusa se katebone be frank katepema na wenyin katebone na mfirima na akosai ni nyina na wakwa akohwere ni nyina ntina ewo se yebo foforo no mo wo ho no eho ban na esuni ban bia ensem fata within the various schools ni mu bia no so no betimi asia no prekope ansa na ba besim yekomo entino punishment we adia yede ma afoforo no mu nyina ehunu me se so tu anamo bi na wantu ni ya asotwe kese wo homa na bokoko amwa kwankotu sa na mo no eno ene adia egina so kese a you ya de bo ye discipline ho ban we in various schools name so we be see ehunu ni bia no obeka say whatever punishment which comes out may be harsh but that is the appropriate punishment that ebetimi ediama
we dem bisra bisawo anyanyem bia no enkoda no mayo modi e africhia na senior high school nim anase aban school bia ana school bia wa Ghana ha efise omo ba be twere omo exams enso hwe etwa to ano betimi akọ ankwankro school bia akọ twere omo so hwe no.
Yeah, within the Ghana Education Service, your records mofra and watching any members of any school in Ghana. And you know,
including private schools.
They're free. China Senior High Schooler. Nanon chese ubetimia ko Osechuchi Senior High School. Akwa member honum Ababekan service. No. Because baby, I will be free. I could be on what test station and answer or document ediwechi. Adia we ye. And you know, within the report, there are no more members of the Ghana Education Service, and that is what the situation is.
It's you know, me call private schools. Me turn of deck and so.
So Novdek, so why Novdek is all kind of home media and only in the hands of WAEC.
Okay.
And you know, say WAEC, more record MG, and they say Nina. But for the records of the Ghana Education Service there, what it means and what it stands in is say they are not members of the Ghana Education Service in any secondary school in Ghana.
One will say Ghana him say ye de tour and ye bibia no be so of ahudie say obeko school and ye right here de amano. Now must see school be wa Ghana bia ye no ne ma me ana so ma fo so tua to e ma ye de ye mpuntu djuma mu nyi ni se enkura ne daach no magie from nsem ase no.
In the first place, the right to education was never denied. YNC obia ho kwan say ontimi access education. Can we say omo share from form 1 yen deny omo ko school every form 1 echo form 2 and a suni by way a dead year yeti hong kong. In the first place, right to education, there will be a denial. Name say, Unyanya Kunyaniko school nima. Within a very some of the senior high schools, yeti kind of fantasy with the benefit from orientation, near show, DMA betinia, any Niama untiminye. Any suni by our dead, any the appropriate punishment at Yedema. Some of the schools quite a true break timer or mobile audio. Emma Obia eti Obia will change the Akadebia or Namhonubia eti a reminder of the do's and don'ts and the appropriate punishment account. And she says, Sanyama Wina a cosona sosa could to sana mona, much as a new mina as you could do share. And you know, the right to education, as I indicated, has never been denied on them. Omunya opportunity no, just that opportunity omunya and omunya utilizing it, and therefore I was there a serving as deterrent to be honest when you have opportunity no abusing the opportunity no. Now obeting you see for the betterment of Onoa, the Bushia, and your mamuni na.
Maybe say yenim say obiya boni e twe na so se be ye be krakra no atretre no na waba be ye ni papa na so waba be se fi na kwa boni ho wo ye kasamafo abedi akire waso ye a ehwe ho mesua so yi asotwi mu de mankra ne se be correct wo mo ana se ebe se wo mo
Oh, say asutwi a ekoye asutwi a ebe esisi wo mama mayo empanyimpa.
But I want to mean go school.
Say there was a meti oya onase. Name there I was a shannon son me say once or more way in society no ye nyina ye ni edi achiri any sunu ban for better na bie. And I remember who said one more would be the few crab no. There you go to for an azema would be sentence Cassia crab. Or that's my probably our prison honoma. Yet say presidential pardon ever. Ebia na akwa ko do stamp and pencil no. It no yemfa into womofo. Any obi bia oti bia no bia wo hwe bia say. So utu sa na mon we asutwe we and da. One so atu sa na mon so ye de ni hwe. Omutimi dasuba edi na se ye koye nim no I was say you reconsider the decision. Who knows, the future cannot be tell.
One will say moye nhwemu mbebisa bisansem nim se nkra na wofo beba omo ahwefo nyina beba ena ensem ne ba mudi kan so de ache opa baye ma mampanyini ema Ghana fo nyina wu se oh Ghana Education Service mo ya de ma ba bepa acho ya je atum enti die be pa na mugina so a mudi sa asotwi we ma nkra yi se school bia ni ya no me wo Ghana ha won betimi akọ
Bonifosema omudi anase de omoye ye no de enze wa wa fi ni krampo no uyi enze sound no na enka ho megidi se sa ensema mo freika e kra ye research wano anya de a obeka me bu sam se me ntumu nsembe na mo kan a me ntimi fama no nka sa nsem ni mpo na ma me ntimi nka no kokwa mu mpo ma sa ba
David ya me bisa ne se mo hwehwe mu no die na mo gina so a mo di si sa gina ye because mo be pa achewo
ya hwehwe mu a ye no de ma ne de di ko gina so no ye the content of the video of which the student themselves accepted. Okay. And once you plead guilty to charges, the appropriate punishment and sanctions are which is determined by their school code of conduct. And one pepe and school penny for editing Juma. As share and women share at the tertiary level, Ghana Education Service so a force say omufan dijuma. It is up a pepe na assemblée.
Na enkura na wofo no mahwefo no moje asem ne sei.
Abofra bia o kan asem no bia within the process no committee ni invite wo mo e ma mo kan process no ho e video ni nyina within the face of kwada no. And then Niema Ohunina, Chichimunina, Chero, Mukwai, Munina, and Fossil, and my phone and Soji, a 2 mark up and pepe.
Yate, Yadasi, Orua upon Pokuyaw, Yadasi, Papa Prebenia, Dajiwanya, Edia Maye. Why a Casama for Abedi, a was the Yeshem Messiaso. Nasa some Koya soon a year costing a new Peter Auntie, a dinkomo, about a woman she sent Ghana Hasia, would do Muntinti my pa. I said their punishment in Sikoye no anono edi kakra. Me pacho ma hai.
Me do so.
Oh, me pacho ne no wo form kakra ntia na wa pagya ne kakra dia mayen.
Me pacho
Jo, ai eye kakra. Ghana Education Service for the nkrata ababontin se maya nwotwe a video bi eba ya na omo edidi omampanyina temu no. Omayi omodi. School bi ani Ghana ha se ya ombetimi akọ. Empon of deck kro nkwa akotwra ese eye wayekefo ehwemu yie sa asam no wote ye no eye wo sei
me tell you I think the adena mayo ne ye ne de yinyina yinim se enye enso ni enya de a ete amofra eye and yinyina ya join ya condemn me sa de na amofra ne ye no but we also think the punishment na aba out no any punishment ebe mamufra no assistant nemu punishment ebe how mo dachi say you know in recent times no the education service focus has been said mufra ya dia yen fa kwan so entren wo na yen nya dia ebe se wo so that's been what the ministry and Ghana Education have been preaching. So in this instance, we were thinking, say, whilst Nyamana Mufana Yenino, Yebemo, I go through certain corrective measures. Maybe as suspension, they would have been going through certain processes. Remember, as a guidance counseling, I bet me assess you on behavior. So we are telling them that what they did was not good. At the same time, we are trying to direct them in such a way that they will not repeat it in the near future. But what we have done is just to ask them to stay away from our public education system. And I think that it is too much, and I appeal to the Ghana Education Service, DG, the ministry, and possibly the president to step in so that Mufra Ibetinyako school no akwa additional. So once we work them through certain counseling processes, a very reform going forward.
Auntie, but me misao say more de made said dear to penifo no asom ka se chinchine twan ba bi omugina no mugina mukuo no betimi etu ana mo bi e de akokot amamra ye adwuma mankora nana. Hello. What a menga?
Yeah. I think that an option available, but I believe is even if the kids to go back.
I know what baby a kakra dia mami.
Me can say. Me kidi say can option, but I don't believe that it's the way you court issue. I strongly believe that even if GS any ministry no answer in and reverse this directive, the president ever stepping in now because offense to the president technically President Omudi in a terminal, and I believe that the president will step in and then ask that these girls are allowed to go to school whilst we take them through certain corrective measures. At the end of the day, a bit more reforming.
Eba centers ye shared it nkuda we school sa wodom te sene awoka no a wo hwa Ghana ha senior system no e support eboa ebi wo ho na ebi ni wodo made ne betimi aye ebeboa asem we nu akwakosi no ebi nsibie ma enkuda bi da chen sansei.
I think be but Acadia somebody adwuma na bebre ni ho and who yes adwuma we na say who ni ho Acadia normally what happens is obviously that because who need the requisite tools and as a name resources or the adwuma. And what we need to do is to resource them because you see we cannot continue to ask anything because I am mom for us almost because all my you say in an educational institution you will get in Kuala almost so a thing in Kuala and Yamon dear and Kuala Buati and Kuala depending for them. Are we saying are we always going to ask these kids to stay away from the public education system? Are we saying so we need to make a conscious effort. Now I'm making sure that as Mufrano go through education system, those who would the emrasono, ye was system I bet me I try to guide you na amomo aye near my pa. Although naturally within them ready some obey. I think that is the way any progressive society is built. But the BBN say the quatrefi, BBN quatrefi, Benko school view. I think that they will lose the opportunity to get access to education. Something young person a bit see so I strongly believe that share this corrective system so no one almost schools counselors they will schools resource so that some of these extreme cases are very stubborn, and I admit there are very, very stubborn students in our schools. They will be given the needed social support system. You bet me I guide you on now almost
Peter, one who say enkure kran so msan ye mawo. I ma you musa babet na fie. Wa hwa de ni besi. How do you?
Not just the one who needs any officer can the one she and you say be about them. And unfortunate. Oh, yesterday I said Dr. Cancer. Then on share decision if you na on we just if you on be suspended on na while they are going through suspension on Obama district education office guidance and counseling unit for no I take your if you are two times in a week they should report at the district office. They will be taking through certain corrective processes, counseling for let's say the next 1 or 2 months. I think it's a ban for some more. Since Obama Mario we have got at the end of the day, no, I think the decision is not in the right direction at all.
And you bushie nyina man so de so oba na chechi kuru. Ti oba ba betena fie pe na akwakoye sense be da se ebre na adagye nya ye ma UTV. Owura Peter Hansen ye ni di nkomo no eba nwomahwie onimu di papa ena eja wa kire na adwen di afa enkoda nwotwe maya nwotwe a omko school e wo China Senior High School a eno no e wo Kasena Nkana mesinimu a wo mkodidi o mampanyin atem ensema mo e kan o video mu de na ano wedin pa ena Ghana Education Service for agina so akire mu se nkoda no ye yi wo mu adi every school bia mu wo Ghana ha Ankrankra school kro mu ntimi nko empo ni send of deck no mo e kwa akotwere media se bi won kotwere kro ese wayekefo ehwemu yie ansane amankora no watwere a yedi nkomo bebre edi akọ akira ekyese ano edin papa ye gina we se so ahome abaye ba kase bo no ensiye ye beto aso